One thing I'll say is if you're using a flat rate system, but you're telling your technicians it's based on time, that's fine. I just wouldn't have them communicate it to the client that way, right? And I think Jeremy touched on that when he was talking as well. What I mean by that is talk about what you're doing or the scale of the work or the scope of the work, not just that it's about the clock, right? So it might your fee may cover an initial evaluation, and if a more in-depth diagnosis is needed, we'll discuss that pricing when the time comes. And if that's your system, I would work that into the agenda setting step of the service call. So where I'm saying I'm going to look at what broke it. I'm sure you want a permanent solution. I'm going through that whole thing. Right at the end there, I might say also, just to let you know, what you agreed to on the phone covers the initial evaluation. If we need to dive deeper, I'll let you know before I add anything to the invoice. Fair enough? So at least now I've set the stage that there might be more money before we get to options. Just make sure the conversation from the technician, it has nothing to do with time. I don't want to go to a client and say, well, I've been here 30 minutes. Let's get some more money on the invoice.
And it also kills when you, like, now as a client, I don't want, no, don't do the evaluation. Don't do the inspection.
Yep.
Now I feel like I'm on the clock. And if I
Correct.
feel like I'm on the clock, then I don't want you to do the things that you want to do that will ultimately lead to better options, higher average ticket, better closing, and all of those things.